So there's a heat wave in Shortville. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. And a question a lot of people have is, why is the stock market going up? I'm going to be sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that is going on. TQQQ, which is the triple leverage NASDAQ ETF, is 2.41%. But one of the main focuses that we're going to have in this video is, well, one of the market leaders in today, at least, is right at market open, a stock that was simply leading the overall market. Everything else was in the red, even the overall NASDAQ market, but Tesla was in the green. And why? Well, one thing that you guys must understand is right now it's beginning to pull on back, but in the very beginning, it was making new highs. And anytime that something with as large of a market cap as Tesla is trading higher, it could influence overall markets, meaning that it could actually carry other markets up with it because of how high it's trading. So what is it that Tesla has recently announced? Well, one of the things that we all know, or one of the things that you should know, is that Tesla is one of the most heavily shorted stocks in the world. And with that being said, Elon always loves to poke fun. Obviously, Tesla has been trading higher in just the past couple of weeks, right? Really, in just the past week, we can see that going from lows of 768 to overall highs of 935. Imagine shorting a stock and then being down 20%. And then the CEO, the owner of the entire company, sends out a tweet like this, where he comments, heat wave in Shortville, meaning again, it must be tough to be a short seller right now, meaning that you're betting against his company. And if the company goes up, then you're actually losing money, right? Because you're betting for the company to go down. So he likes to poke fun, but one of the things that he also talked about is this upcoming week that they're going to be talking about is, we should all know that he has his shareholder meeting, and he calls it his cyber roundup, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can write down this date. I was thinking of live streaming it on my YouTube channel. We definitely don't have to. You guys can let me know based off of if you like this video or not. I can choose to live stream the cyber roundup. But with that being said, this is kind of like his shareholder meetings where he sends out or gives us a lot of updates. One of those main updates is that Tesla is thinking about doing a 3-to-1 split. Tesla has already done a reverse or a stock split back in 2020. They just announced another one. And what would this 3-to-1 split mean? Well, first off, it tends to act as a positive catalyst, meaning that it makes the price go up for companies like Tesla that announce stock splits, because it simply means that it's going to be cheaper to buy per share. This 3-to-1 split, let's say that we're right around this price when it does it, at $900, for every one share of Tesla that you currently own, it's going to turn into 3 shares. But the value is just going to be split into 3. So instead of you owning 1 at $900, you now own 3 at about $300. Right now it would be $302 a share, making it more affordable, or the level or barrier of entry to be a little bit more accessible. This has become a very popular trend since 2020. Now, that was one of the things that they announced. They also talked about their cyber roundup, where they're going to give updates on their Cybertruck, on their Optimus, which is their robot that they're creating, just overall updates on what's to come for Tesla. And if short sellers were not scared yet, this Thursday, which if I'm not mistaken is August 4th, should be something that they should really pay attention to, because it can act as a further positive catalyst if they exceed people's expectation of what's to come. Also, it hasn't happened before, but they could announce something that might be worse than expected, and or delay the Optimus or delay the Cybertruck or whatever the case might be. And it could actually cause more harm than good, right? But I wanted you guys to understand of why so much buying pressure was happening very early on. And then after Tesla began to take off, all the other big stocks followed, such as Apple and Amazon. And Amazon actually had its own rally of its own, and it's still holding at these overbought levels. One of the things that we talked about with my Learn Plan Profit group today during our live trading session is that this is why I think it's so valuable to be able to work with a team every single morning right at market open, because there's so much emotions, there's so much volatility that you can make impulsive decisions. I don't know if you've ever made this, but one of the things that I reminded our traders and our investors is that As the market is going up, I do agree with many of you that the market is pretty overbought based off of recent patterns. It's gone up quite a bit. I mean, I think it's pretty safe to say that in the past week, we've gapped up a decent amount. So a pullback should not be out of the question, but that shouldn't instill fear in you. It should just encourage you to prepare. We talked about setting a trailing stop loss. We talked about setting up a stop loss when there's a break of pattern. The idea of, the market being overbought, yes, you should be aware that the market could potentially pull on back, and that should just encourage you to take risk management into consideration, your position size into consideration. It should never scare you to take advantage of an opportunity if direction and momentum are in your favor. And I think that's what I wanted to remind everyone on YouTube that isn't yet part of our Learn Plan Profit Group, of how important it is to stay cool, calm, and collected during oversold and overbought levels, right? We have this saying within my LPP group, and it's on my green days, I prepare for my red days, and on my red days, I prepare for my green days. It's a very level-headed way to approach the market, definitely during very uncertain times. And like I've said, right, one green week does not define a market recovery. We've been selling off for 7 months. What does one green week mean? It's a step in the right direction, but it shouldn't overwhelm you with emotion. You should allow the opportunity to present itself, not force upon it, right? So I'm very excited to follow up. Just wanted you guys to have a better understanding of where some of that buying pressure came in, especially because there's big news to come for Tesla, especially Thursday, August 4th, due to its cyber roundup. Again, I would love to host that live stream. You guys can let me know down in the comment section and maybe just give a thumbs up on this video to give me a better indicator of, that you guys would like me to host it. So I hope that I earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I upload new videos every single day about the stock market, and I try to keep it as simple as possible. Friendly reminder, I do trade live every morning exclusively with my Learn Plan Profit Group. If you want to see if it's a good fit for you, take 2 minutes, click the second link down below, learn a little bit more about it, and see if it's a good fit for you. It's a one-time payment, it's lifetime access, and again, it's all inclusive. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.